did the right thing. We got to talk about it, though. They saying he did the right thing. I want to see what y'all got to say. Come on in here. Good afternoon. Y'all wanted this. Y'all asked for this. Sandy, what's good? What's good, G? Shout out to my sponsor. Hey, Mendici. Your garment ain't never been on a body like this. This is great fucking promo. Shout out to the pull-up bar and the dribble. He said, I was in the middle of your last live. Oh, you caught my sports joint. That's what's up. Tell me, what do y'all think, man? He said, 'tis the season. 'Tis is the season. So make sure you visit that website and get you one. Can I? The PA knit. Quando heard that back door squeaking. He said, what's up with this cornball now? Most people saying, well, I see a lot of people saying, it's not too late to change. It's not too late to change. And they saying that he's done the right thing, and we need more people to get out the whip. We need more people to get out the whip. What's good? Do I agree with it? It ain't my business. It's not my call. It's not my call, but based on his videos and shit like that, and the shit, all of the, like when you Google him, I Googled him. When I Googled his name, nothing pops up but pictures with fucking assault rifles and shit. He got 3 hammers in his hand, like, and now he says that he don't want to play this game no more. Seemed like he was kicked out the whip. He was swinging in the air when his mans got hit. If he wanted to exit the lifestyle, the noble thing for him to do probably would have been to exit this shit and drop it all right after King Von's situation, after Little Tim, knocked off King Von. That might have been a good time for him to say, hey, this is getting out of control. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to do this. He didn't do that, though. His crew was about to set him up. Mel Smith, what up? Peace. He said, at the end of the day, yourself starts with you, so I can't. You fucked that up, homie. Try it again. Be mindful when we speak on this. We are speaking to a million other little brothers in the same boat. I just said, it might have been the appropriate thing to do. I don't know if he's allowed to do it, though, because he was a participant. When you smoking on packs, calling people, smoking on op packs and naming people, and, when you're a part of the bullshit, and you've influenced people, because that music ain't gonna go nowhere. He could change his philosophies and shit, but his message is out there already. Is this something that maybe he's done with rap? I don't know. Is this something that flies in the gang world? You can just put it down and be done with it? He said, right, now that his guy got taken out in front of him, he wants to renege. He had no remorse when the roles were reversed. Yeah, dude might be in too deep, regardless of his proclamation. He's a kid for real. Y'all got to stop with the he's a kid shit. It's very well known that the people that's doing all of the killing, most of the killing, the drilling, they kids. Once you get to waving an assault rifle around and shit like that, I don't think you're going to be viewed as a kid anymore. That's the truth. That's the cold, hard facts. He has to get jumped out of the gang. Shout out to you from Charlotte. I respect the realness of the channel. Thank you, thank you. That's the energy he signed up for. Have to be mindful. The older you get, the wiser. It's too late for him. Zip with the drip. He ain't never say he ain't thugging. That's a false narrative. He just said he not Crip no more. The way I took his message, his post, was that he was just done with everything. That he was done with the lifestyle entirely. The thugging, the negativity, the deaf music, the deaf culture. It seemed like he was rejecting all of it, not just the gang that he was a part of, which I believe is with the Rolling 60s or some shit like that. If you're not from LA, you're not really from that gang for real. He's not about that life. So what, he just not going to LA no more? It's too late for him to change energy. That's exactly how Satan tricked people. I hope he don't think he's safe by doing so. I was told that it's a procedure. If he's a part of the gang, he has to get debriefed to some shit. I don't know what the name of it is. Disciplined or some shit, or, you know. There's a way that he has to exit, I guess. If I was him personally, I wouldn't pull up nowhere to get my ass whooped or worse. So if you're not built like that, I said this on this channel before. We probably need more people to get out the whip like Trey, but Trey wasn't a part of the noise. He didn't shoot anybody. He wasn't waving an assault rifle around. So Quando Rondo situation and Trey is a lot different, but again, he was a part of this shit. He's a part of this shit. I think this shit is crazy that he just one day just said, okay, I quit. I don't want to do this no more. He said the brief, this ain't the military. That's what they call, that's how they operated, right? He said, heavy on the let me out. Yeah, we need people to keep it. Before you take that ride, before you spin the block and go get that life sentence, tell them niggas to let you out the car if you're not cut like that. I'm pretty sure he's probably done with music. Nobody wants to hear him do music anymore. So, but I Googled his, I looked up his music. I've listened to it. I listened to the song Red Eye before. I like it. I liked it. I won't lie, I liked it. But when you listen to the shit that he's rapping about and shit like that, you put this out there. I don't understand. He said, what is he going to talk about? He said, I wish a motherfucker would jump me for a put-off. Only low-level dudes get DP. Nobody will pull a DP. More notorious criminals have so-called left the lifestyle. If he really want to change, we'll see. If folks won't give him a chance, then what does that say about Sean Branch, Hassan Campbell, Glaze? I don't think that Sean Campbell, Glaze, or Hassan got on here promoting the killing part of it. Sean Branch came to the internet as a published author, and that's how he's been carrying it. He's since then, he co-produced a documentary called The Lord and Prison of Terror. So this is someone who's an active component in entertainment. That was a bad example using Sean Branch. Glaze is also a published author. These are people who are participating in this shit. They didn't come back and, you know, he said, salute to Sean Branch. And until he comes out with the Malcolm X glasses, I don't believe it. Them dudes been out the game for decades. He need to take his $300K and move to Idaho and live his best life. Yeah. He said facts, but they all saw the light eventually. My man house got shot up, 30 rounds because of me. The feeling of that family going through that made me leave the streets. It's not always about fear. Sometimes it's about remorse. He should have never said it. He should have just fell back. I agree. I don't think he should have made a public statement, a public post. He should have just gradually just fell back. He should have did the Chief Keef. Chief Keef he got a great fallback game. Some niggas know how to fall back. He was affiliated. It ain't that easy, but it's a smart decision. The wrong decision was made first and foremost. He has to deal with the ramifications of that decision. My man said rolling 60s everywhere. The public knew he was a Crip. Can't leave him thinking he's still Crip, and he ain't. He announced that he's not a part of the Crips no more. What cities is up here, Jay? What's good? He said a public spectacle. Everything don't have to go to the fucking internet. This society that we live in, people feel that they have to make a general general statement to the public, a State of the Union address. You don't have to do that. You don't. You can keep your business to yourself. Baltimore, Brick City, South Philly, New York, Providence, Newport News, Phoenix, Harlem, Brooklyn Zoo, West Philly, Robbins, Georgia, Houston, Norfolk. Shout out to Tidewater, Miami in the building, Bridgeport, Camden, Logan Valley. Rest in peace to PU. Tell Huff I said what up. He said, Gully, you a fool for that title. He did. He got out the whip. That's what they call it. He got out the whip. You can get out the whip, I believe, or you get kicked out the whip, but it's a car. Shout out to everybody. North Carolina, Richmond. He got to pull a young boy and move to a low-key city for a while. Much love from Pittsburgh. How can I purchase what's on your head? www.therealdribble.com. Get you some fire. PA Knit. Have it at your door like that. He says, Gully, salute, it's been a while. I've been working, man. I be doing them documentary pieces and shit. I be sitting around writing scripts, the narrations, and, you know, just practicing and shit. Sharpening my sword, getting my dribble right constantly. He said, I thought it was blood in, blood out. I don't know what's going on with that culture. It's something that started in Los Angeles. It probably should have stayed in Los Angeles. People from other places that get in it, they don't do too well and shit. I got every color you want, pimp. Eric, I have no idea. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Was Quando Rondo a Crip before the King Von situation? According to his videos, he been thugging. And the shit that he's saying on the songs, the videos, I believe it. The people that's in the videos with him, I believe all them little niggas. Everything that they said, I believe it. After a while, it won't be safe to be a rapper. Everyone calling themselves ops. Thanks for jumping on this live. It's always good to catch a Gully TV live. Thank you. He said, let me out. It was the right thing to do. It looks bad. You didn't get out when you was winning. When Vaughn got killed, that was a huge, rap murder or whatever to be associated with. That was all the reason in the world to fall back right there and shit, because you gonna carry that, my nigga. Like, it ain't just about Tim, it's about both of y'all and shit. And you saying you falling back. What about Tim? What about Tim, the guy that saved you and shit? Did you discuss all of this before you made your public statement? Rest in peace, Kenny Red, one of the famous players, real live dude. If he was smart, he would leave the U.S. and get pounds and euros and never come back. It's too late to get out now. He got to hold that. He said them 60 Crips line him up. Whack 100 said he's working. Is he a Crip or an internet Crip? Before this public statement, I would have thought that he was everything that he said he was and shit. His man killed a motherfucker on his behalf. These ain't innocent people. These niggas is about the action. Wherever he's at, somebody seems to get killed. Follow on Twitter at Gully TV1. Pee-wee, I see you working. I appreciate it. He said, yeah, it's murder and bloodshed now. It's way too late to get out. Yeah, like, what do you mean you quit? I know these niggas is laughing at him like a motherfucker. Like, man, we on your ass. What you mean you quit? This ain't a game where you like tag base. You tag base and you safe. I'm safe. Somebody lost their life. A very high profile person lost their life and shit. That's gonna continue. That's a part of his life. That's a part of Quando Rondo's existence forever and shit. He said, we all know you can't do dirt and just get out. Yeah, that's why I thought it was. I said, can he do that? I'm like, can he do that? Is there like... He said, time out. Yeah. What's your opinion on dude who jumped off the building? People can't take them big licks, man. He was a big executive for Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works ain't doing too good right now. The internet and shit done changed shit. People be shopping at home. There's different, you go to Amazon, get some cheap cosmetics and shit. People making cosmetics at home. The game has changed. They got competitors. You got niggas making fucking shea butter soap and sea moss soap in their house and shit like that. Shit affected him. He didn't know how to adapt. His way of dealing with things was jumping off a goddamn building and shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. Y'all asked me what happened. He was doing fraud. Oh, if they had a pending case, they'll jump off a building for that too. We've seen that too. We've seen that too. You wasn't gonna do but get 12 months, motherfucker. You was gonna go to Danbury, federal prison with broads there and shit, play golf for a year, some shit like that. You can get out the gang, but when you do it like he did, they're gonna beat him to an inch of his life. What's up with Benny rocking that Gibbs chain? I ain't hip to that. 7 shots dropped last night. That's 38 Special, new joint. Make sure y'all go check it out. I listened to a couple joints. Vintage Special. You know, you kind of know what to expect. All he got to do is breathe. He ready to take his own life over Bath and Body Works. A man can change in the words of Holyfield whenever a man put God up there. These niggas ain't, God ain't, man. If God was present in this shit, man, I believe he would have been showed his face when they start killing kids and shit. I don't think religion and the Bible and spirituality work when them slugs and shit flying around, especially when people then got killed. Them niggas is on that, man. Motherfuckers is on that. Nah, J-Mar, nah. Unfortunately, he follows the lead of YB, and I'm sure he's not stopping the instigating. Where your Dwayne Wayne glasses at? I ain't got none. Get you some, nigga. They not gonna touch him. The feds been put their arms around him after that last shooting. What do you think about the Tiffany Haddish situation? I seen it. I think that's typical Aries Spears style of cornball comedy. Aries Spears is a motherfucker who wasn't really all that funny to black people and shit. Let's just keep it real. He's never been all that funny to black people. He probably can go on they platforms and do comedy or whatever, and that's probably where he thrived at, but he was never one of the kings of comedy or people that we fucked with. So that weird, goofy shit that you seen him do, that's his character to do that shit. I bet you he was behind that shit, like, and he was the lead actor in it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what her position was in it. It was a bad idea. I'm under the understanding that he called himself making fun of Bill Cosby. He called himself making fun of Bill Cosby, right? He said nobody likes Aries. He was calling himself making fun of Bill Cosby. Nigga, That was your first mistake. You could never, you could never turn us against picture pages. You could never turn us against Bill Cosby, ever. It's been tried. Everybody failed. Bill Cosby was Mongo Slade, Cliff Huxtable, the Brown Hornet, the Fat Albert Junkyard Gang. You can't erase fucking Bill. We love Bill Cosby. Why would you even try some shit like that? And I'm glad it backfired on your goofy ass. Crab. He said, Aries beefing with Mike Epps. Aries is corny as fuck, yo. He said Bill Cosby repped HBCUs. That's what it is. He exited the whip. Y'all like this video. It's 600 people here. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Good afternoon. Quando Rondo taps out after being a part of the ministership. After being a part of the business. He said he quit. He tired. Quando better buy a kufi and take his shahada. That's almost what it sound like he doing and shit. You know, when niggas get in a lot of trouble and shit, they try to get religious and shit. You know what I'm saying? When just stop. He said he left the whip. Yeah, jumped out the motherfucker publicly. So he got some news. He must know something that the rest of us don't know, because he made a public statement, and that's what made it bad. The words that came out of his mouth, that's what made it bad. He said he got his shit. Man, Farrakhan can't save no fucking Quando Rondo. The Nation of Islam headquarters is in Chicago. If there was some intervention powers by anybody, they would have probably did it by now and shit. I don't know why you named him. I don't know why you said that. He said he literally jumped out the whip this time. The FBI asked him questions. That man was never about that life. It was a rap thing. I don't want to be Southside Crip anymore, Quando. Where are you going, blood? I mean, Crip. Trey, y'all tripping. It sounds like he knows something we don't, and he's distancing himself publicly. My man was saying that too. My man Relly, he was like, man, he's doing that to avoid RICO. If there's any type of RICO action involved, the investigation that preceded him denouncing the Crips. So that's not plausible. It's all bad for Rondo. Lay with dogs, you get fleas. He realizes he does not need to be in the whip. Have y'all watched his videos? He said, ain't no RICO coming. It's just too much for him. Have y'all watched his videos? Have y'all heard what he said? Y'all heard him talking about smoking op packs? And he said a dude's name. His name is Purple Baby or some shit like that. Y'all didn't hear that? Y'all didn't see the videos? He's trying to put out an insurance policy for the set. He's still a Crip until he get an official put off. That is so corny. You got to get your ass whooped to join the gang and get your ass whooped to exit. Man, these niggas be getting rolled on by niggas you can't even whoop them head up and shit. You getting rolled on by 3 niggas that you'll whoop on any given day. You sitting there getting whooped by these niggas to be down. That's crazy as fuck. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell, yo. For real. He said it was going to be... Yep, you do have to get put off or go out in bad standing. He did that video acting like Vaughn dying. Remember that? I remember all of it. Because I never knew who he was and shit until the situation happened. I didn't know who him or Little Tim was. I think most people didn't know who him or Little Tim was. But once it happened,
I'm pretty sure his career benefited from it. He did. People did stop booking him. He couldn't get no shows. He couldn't get no shows. He said, "Is he really a baby demon?" While we talking about, dude, I never heard a Quando Rondo song. I heard the joint Red Eye. All of them is the same type of criteria. You're going to see a bunch of fucking machine guns and shit, bunch of crazy shit, bunch of, you know. He said the drugs done wore off. Gangs in L.A. made the mistake co-signing out-of-towners repping their hoods. You from Georgia claiming a block in Los Angeles. They don't even have a 60s where he from. Extortion of people outside of LA by LA gangs is real. These niggas be wanting to join up. You should pay a fucking tax. He said Jersey does the same thing. Was the Quando Rondo video where they kidnapped Little Dirt gangster lifestyle? He not from Atlanta. He from Savannah. The put off is a DP. That's why he did that press conference with Big U. So you got to tell him, these niggas treating this shit like they in the NFL or some shit. Jersey got sanctions back when Tretch and them was going to Cali. Rudy Poots get put on and put off. The strongest members don't go for the DP. They shouldn't have played with someone humble. I ain't got no rebuttal. Like this video. Good afternoon to everybody. He said, Big U heard what he said. The whole world heard what he said. We probably need more people to drop their flags. You heard it from here. We need more people to tap out. We need more people to tap out. I bet you it's a bunch of niggas that feel like Quando Rondo. He just made the leap. Some people start to think different when they're on the other end of the gun. Fuel Nightingale, I appreciate your super chat. Gully TV, Gilly the King, or Wallow. What are you comparing them? They together. That's a package deal, $1 million worth of game. Jersey still New York gang and Cali gangs. He said, yeah, tap out before the murders happen. What about people who you damaged with your murder music? There's people in the prison system right now about to serve out the rest of their life, gassed off of Quando Rondo's music, that death shit that he was talking. He said, Jersey got a fake SMM. No, they don't. Them Jersey niggas is for real. I be out there. My older bro was in gangs when I was younger. I tried to follow his footsteps and got a rude awakening. He said, facts, it's a lot to feel that way. If you watching this live stream and you want to tap out, this is a good time to do it. Don't tap out on your own. Tap out with a group of niggas. Make it look like a trend. Tap out now. You already see what Fanny's doing to Atlanta. They said, I just was on the Prison to Millions podcast with Andre Norman. It's going to be on a Secures network. The tablets that's in the prison system, I'm on a show on there. So niggas in jail, you guys who doing all of this thuggery, you want to continue your shit, I got you. When you get to the penitentiary you at, you can still watch the dribble. Keep fucking around. You could watch me out here on the streets, or you could watch me in the penitentiary because I'm on them tablets now and shit. So shout out to Andre Norman and Devin Wade. Anybody else want to tap out? Anybody else want to tap out? This is a good time. He said, in my eyes, Slim ain't say nothing wrong. It wasn't no crime for him to say that he don't want to be a part of the shit no more, but the shit, his actions preceding it his actions preceding it. He was a demon. He was a predator and shit like that. And I think he the first nigga to make a public statement to say he quitting. Is he the first to do that? Because niggas that fell back. King Louis, what's his name? What's the light skin cat name from Chicago? Moved to Vegas. They start moving away and shit and going on with their lives. He didn't announce that he was dropping out or anything like that. Just yella. Niggas moved away and redirected their life, and he did too much. This nigga made a public statement. This nigga wrote a public tap out statement. This gonna go down in history. Ain't nobody else gonna do this. I promise y'all. He the first that's gonna do that. He the first and last that's gonna do that shit publicly like that. Everybody else, they probably just gonna fall back. But making a post, the post is forever. And you see what he got out of it. Big time media coverage. My pops told me that our family was the only gang that I could belong to. Y'all like the video. It's 800 people here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all visited my website, www.therealdribble.com. He said he put a target on his back, if you ask me. He could have just fell back. I'm pretty sure he got money. He gonna say he got hacked. He might want to get to that right now. He might want to get to announcing the hacking right now. He did know that LA is only going to get their piece of the pie. I think he still wants to do the same thing, just not under their control and flag. So you saying he just want to be, he just want to quit the 60s. Is that what you saying? He just want to quit the 60s? The 60s too expensive? You saying that he's still with it, he just don't want to be with them niggas? Is that what you saying? That's crazy as fuck. He said the 60s can't protect nobody. He said, Big, you got a lot of bills. He said the same way 6ix9ine denounced Treyway, a lot of people compared it to 6ix9ine and Treyway. You did all of that shit, and then you did what you did. He said the 60s high maintenance. Do you believe gangs started in Chicago with Al Capone and other gangsters, according to history? But I believe that as far as black men go, I believe it's in our nature to tribalize and shit. I believe the tribal thing, I believe we come from that, and we got a warrior element in us as well. And that's why people assimilate like that. He said he had a press conference to drop the slack. Yeah, this nigga act like he in the NFL. He probably squealed like a pig to the cops. Now he wants out. Wonder how little Tim feel. I know he stuck fighting a body. Tim stuck fighting a body for protecting this guy. I wonder how he feel about him. He said Quando with NBA Youngboy, he good. He's not gonna stand next to him. Not during this. What's going on right now. A lot of these older dudes be working for the police. Can't trust nobody. Weezy got put on How Is Wando Crip. Nobody know. He lost his friend too. That's a part of the gang lifestyle. RIPs and shit like that. Saying RIP to such and such. Pouring out a little liquor and shit like that. That's all a part of it. Wearing t-shirts with your homie face on it and shit. That's all a part of it. This couldn't be shocking to him. You've been a part of this shit. Tim probably ready to be put out the gang too. That's his brother. He said, if I'm fighting a body, you're not getting out of nothing. All these older dudes have been compromised. Believe me. What's your thing with older guys? Explain. You think dude saying he want out of that, them Chicago niggas won't boom dude 6 years from now when they see him? He said Migos' new album called "Only Built for a Few Infinity Links." Tell me that that's a joke. You joking with me, right? Little Tim is his blood brother. Of course he gonna ride with him. Maybe they had a prior conversation. He said, I bet they get their lick back. What's the difference if you switch flag or switch gangs? Same shit, he just don't rep the flag no more. Running around your hometown is the same thing as running around L.A., the home of too many gangs and cliques. If you're not built like that, you could just, I don't know, just get a job maybe. He can't be around, like people who recognize him. He better go fall back, shorty. I can tell you because an older dude taught me this in prison. Ain't no backing out now. Time to lay in that bed. Yeah, he kind of made a bed. His man's laid in it because that situation where his homie, I think his name was Little Pup or some shit like that, Little Pap, that situation in Beverly Hills, that wasn't for him. That was for Quando. He said, what's wrong with getting money and being cool? These niggas want to be in a gang for some reason. I find it hard to believe that everybody got to go through that. I don't think everybody has to go through that. I don't think all entertainers go through that when they go to LA and they hang out. I believe it's people who can go where they want to go, who have proper security and just don't have no problems. I would say work at FedEx, but it looks like FedEx gang just put somebody off the set. He about to go on tour. He dropped his flag at the wrong time. Now he gonna be a target in multiple cities. It's cool when your homie do the smoke and not cool when your homie gets smoked. That's what I was saying. If he really meant that he was done with this, maybe he should have fell back when King Von got killed. That was enough. That was enough. Instead, he did an interview with Angela Yee, talked about it, and then continued to be a demon, what he said in the songs and shit. He said, deep down inside, them Chicago drillers don't care what gang he represent. They on him because of Vaughn, the city of Chicago. Just because he put the rag down, that's not going to unlame him. The hood is what you make it, good or bad. I don't think he should be labeled a lame for putting the shit down. He probably is a lame for doing the shit publicly. Like, why did he feel like he owed them a general statement? Why did he feel like he owed anybody a statement? I just find it weird. Never too late for redemption. He has time to get it right. He's still a young man. He got a hell of a tag on his ass. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know. He can't hide amongst black people. That's for sure, man. There's people that want a piece of his ass in the worst way. And him doing this only make them more bloodthirsty. I'm pretty sure this excited the dudes that want him. This excited them. LA got prison yards just for dropouts. He not the first. He act like he stepped down from a corporation. When you're famous, everything is public. Not no shit that's gonna get you killed. Do you know that we had a life before Instagram, before Snapchat, before YouTube? Do you know we existed? Man existed before this shit. You do not have to get on the fucking internet and share your personal business with the fucking internet. You don't. Why people do it, I don't know. Why people, when somebody die in a motherfucking family, people be getting on social media crying, posting and shit like, yo, I can't believe my dad just died and shit. I just don't. How do you even have the strength to be finding emojis and constructing a fucking post during this time? Everybody feel that they gotta share their life on the internet. He shared this. It's a bad thing to do. He said the rolling 60s is in 20-something states. He better fall back. He said motherfuckers had diaries back in the day. Vaughn fed a lot of dudes. I don't know if it's part. Man, I don't. You fucked that up. He need to stay away from Youngboy. Youngboy beat that case and he Just think about the mantra he's chanted for years and the handicap chain. Yeah. That's why I said, is he allowed to do this? Think about it like this. He now has his beef with his own set that he pledged to. Basically, he's stuck either way. The internet is a world into itself. You don't have to get on the internet and confess your personal business. People be falling out with their family members, get online and just dog their family in public. You still gonna be family within 6 to 9 months, a year. They back cool, but the shit that you put on the internet is just. He had too many people wanted to get their own piece. No one can say they in control. Everyone wants to be a gangster until it's time to be a gangster. Social media gives the voiceless and the faceless a voice. He said he can't walk away. There's nothing bigger than the program. We're going to see how this works out for him. I just had to get on here and give y'all my honest opinion on it. We need more people to get out the whip. We need more people to get out the whip. But you can't throw no motherfucking rocks at nobody and then get out the whip. This is the problem that I have with Quando Rondo. You thrown rocks like a motherfucker. And now you saying, oh, I'm chilling. It ain't gonna be accepted nowhere, man. It just ain't. I tried to be decent about it. This whole live, I tried to be decent. It's not gonna be accepted. You did and said too much, man. They gotta take them videos off of YouTube. Remove all your videos, man, and all of that. You can't. He said that's not how this works. Be a leader and start your own program. He used his homie as a shield and then doesn't want to go to the funeral. Probably can't go to the funeral. He said, you killed my man. Okay, I'm not Crip no more. Love that title. Sometimes you got to look around and say to yourself, you're not really about it, and politely get out the car. Shout out to Quando Rondo. He got out the whip. Good luck with your journey, my man. You did a whole bunch of monkey shit preceding this. Can't nobody remove the stigma attached to your name because of the King Von shit. And now you got this gang shit. This just, I don't know what to say. People from other places need to stop trying to be a part of L.A. culture. You can't divorce the gang. The mobsters used to murder you if you try to lead a family. Yeah, I remember that. He will try to blend into society, which puts innocent bystanders at risk. He said your facial expressions. Because I made a post on IG discussing this, man, and people saying, why you ridiculing that young boy? I ain't ridiculing him. I just said, is this allowed? Is this allowed? I'm familiar with his body of work. I'm like, is this allowed? Is this fucking allowed? Like, y'all talking about he a little boy with all them goddamn machine guns and shit? He a kid now? Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? He can't be no kid now. This nigga fully automatic. Every video, everybody got drums. Have y'all seen his videos? Have y'all seen his videos, man? It's a gun show, yo. Hot shit, man. I'm serious. You be like, damn, they got all the drums, man. They got all of the extendos. Do y'all know that we didn't even know what this shit was until this? You young niggas brought this to life. Y'all brought this to life. We just sitting back, niggas with real felonies, we just sitting back looking at them joints. We just sitting back looking at them joints like, God damn, look at that shit. Straight up, it's the truth. We don't want to be in no car with your ass, yo. That shit put a motherfucker down. Me, 15, 20 years and shit, man. No questions asked. No questions asked. For real. He said we had 357s and a tech. He said he from a small town. He said I tried to, man, but he done fucked up. He said all them bullets because they can't fight. Are today's gang rules as stiff as they used to be in the 80s, 90s? It ain't no rules now. He said, y'all fuck with the ops. Don't think I don't know what's going on. It was inside pressure. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Gotta protect yourself. Gotta protect your neck. You only get one neck. They trying to tear it off. He said, stop it, Gully. You know they had ladders in the 90s. I wasn't seeing no shit like that. I seen hammers with the beam on them and shit like that, but them 30 shots, niggas were still getting punched in their mouth in the 90s and shit. He said, a few fly at your head, now you don't want to be gangster no more. He can be what he is and represent something positive. He dropped his flag. They still ain't gonna buy it. A guy in the Sopranos family inherited millions and he still couldn't leave the mob, but he had just to commit suicide. If someone from Chicago kills him, that person gonna be a legend on Vaughn. Pretty much. Subscribe to the channel. Good afternoon to everybody. It's almost 1,000 of y'all here. Can y'all like the video? Get the likes up to like a nickel. A banana clip. Banana clips is the 90s. He said factual, knuckle game 90s. You still knocking out them burpees. Can't you tell I'm advertising homeboy's shirt? His shirt ain't never looked like this. Mendici, you getting top notch. You getting top notch promo right now. He asked about the burpee game. I just showed him the Mendici. He said guns wasn't even big like that in the hood, not unless you had a problem. He said now everybody got a switch. 95, 99, a couple people had Max Techs, Tech 9s and Tech 22s. It's crazy how a psycho tried to jump on him and his mans wasn't going for it. Now he's the bad guy. People not even mad at the shooter. Everything that you just said, it seems to be the general opinion. Like people are still on King Von's side. I don't know why people feel that way. You got to understand. I didn't get wind of any of this shit until these niggas started getting killed and shit like that. Like, it gets on the internet and it's just a fire and you got to just look into it and shit. But prior, I couldn't tell you a King Von song, fam. I started to, get down with this shit as it was unfolding. He said a switch will get you gone. What you think about Redman skydiving? He got that. He got that. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that, man. That's his life. That's his personal safety, danger, whatever. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I seen that video. I said, this nigga crazy. After you land the first time, Redman, you landed because you uploaded the footage, so you still here. I wouldn't do that shit no more, man. Don't do that shit no more, man. Don't do that shit no more. If we was supposed to be up that high, flying around and shit, God would have put wings on us. Don't do that shit no more, my nigga. He said, these kids really picking sides. NBA versus Dirk and them, basically. That's why the rappers picking sides. Thank you. Vaughn was kicking that demon psycho rap. I'll pass on it. What you think about Pat Stay? Rest in peace to him. Pat Stay had some flavor. I liked it, his battles. Shotgun Suge joint. He battled Head Ice. He battled the big guys and shit. But he had some style with him. He had a little flavor with him. I liked him. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Them other countries and shit, man. The way that this gun violence here, them other countries, especially in Europe, they stab. They cut. He said, when you from Cali, we watch out-of-towners and just shake our heads. He said, exactly. What the fuck do you get out of skydiving? I wouldn't do that shit no more. He said, Redman been doing that for years. He's not new to it. Shh. Good afternoon to everybody. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Quando Rondo exits the whip and wants to continue his life. After not only throwing rocks, but smoking op packs and all of that. Everything, the whole shebang. Streets is undefeated, man. You're going to get jails, institutions, or death. So he got a long, you know, he's still young. He got a lot of time ahead of him to try to correct himself, but he better protect his neck, boy. For real. He said, props to Redman for being himself. He said, I don't even like planes. Not enough to be jumping off them motherfuckers. Whack 100 posted saying he was murdered weeks after dissing the game. That shit didn't have nothing to do with the game. But Pat Stay did try to. He did try to rescue Eminem. Pat Stay tried to come to Eminem's aid, man. Pat Stay he tried to come to Eminem's aid. Something happened that took Game off of Eminem's ass. Game was on Eminem's ass for about 48 hours. It was blazing hot, maybe 3 days. And something happened, and it just ended it. I said, damn. If you could have rolled a few more days, you probably could have sold some albums. But something happened, and it just ceased it. That's how fast the internet is spinning. It should be happening every day. What's going on? I emailed you my song and video. Let me know if you got it. I did get it. I did get it. He said Eminem didn't respond. He couldn't respond. Black Slim Shady, Game. Put that pin on him. Won't catch me jumping out of a perfectly functional plane. Me neither. He said, what happened to Banks' album? They be coming out. These niggas is dropping. 38 Special dropped today. The internet, the wheels of the net be turning so fast that if something big happens, it could drown out your buzz and shit. So in your moment, get your shit off because the next big thing is on its way. I promise you. He said, I see you finally got hip to SD Knack and Vino. It's my job. Hip-hop, sports, and fashion. It's my job. It's my job. You gonna get it. Speaking of hip hop, sports, and fashion, lastly, I'm gonna get up out of here. Busta Rhymes is on a win streak. He's on a win streak. He's managed to piss off people repeatedly for like the last week. Every time he get in front of a camera, he pisses people off. He says some dumb shit or do some dumb shit for like the last week. I don't know what's going on with Bus, but get your dribble right, my nigga. Straight up. He said, so Pat Bev and Westbrook cool now. They on the same team. He said Americans don't got. He said Black Americans don't have any culture. That was one of the things he said. He said Jamaica started hip hop. Listen, I'm about to set this down, man. We not sharing it. Since people don't want to share it, it seemed like people don't want to share it, right? People don't want to share it. We ain't got to fucking share it. Hip-hop was created in America. Black Americans perfected that shit. And then it spun off to the rest of the world. That's what we sticking with. Nobody else had nothing to do with the creation of it. Kool Herc was just a DJ. It was created probably on the slave plantations or some shit like that, but it was created in the U.S. Period. Niggas talking about they started in Jamaica. What them niggas was rapping in patois or some shit like that? You're not making sense. You're not making sense. So we just gonna leave it at that. Nobody wants to share it. This shit been going on for some weeks. I heard Tariq Nasheed had something to do with starting it. Crazy Legs from the Rocksteady crew, he said something. Fat Joe said something. Buster said something. We ain't sharing it. We ain't sharing it. Black Americans ain't sharing it. In the name of Little Lee from Beat Street, in the name of Lee, we ain't sharing it. So that's it. Be mad at Gully TV. I'm tired of all the bickering. Y'all saying that we ain't got no culture. Y'all saying that Black Americans ain't got no culture. We do got one. It's hip-hop. It's always been our culture. It's always been a teaching vehicle. It's styled us. It's dressed us. It's influenced our vocabulary. The vernacular was passed on. The information was passed on through hip-hop. So that's what it is and shit. Hip-hop is our culture. Y'all got it? I'm out of here. Peace.